What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the day ones, all the new subscribers, all the likes, all the comments, all the feedback. Hey, everything's greatly appreciated. And for everybody that's out there helping me with these uploads that Dontaya deleted, y'all, thank y'all so much, man, for helping me out with that. Because I realized this racist bigot needs to be exposed as well. Promoting deviancy, promoting racism and division on social media platforms needs to stop. You can't just be having channels to spew hate and create division. We're in 2025. A lot of us ain't even pure race anymore. A lot of us have kids, grandkids of mixed races. So there ain't no more pure race. And I noticed this trend. A lot of channels that are associated with this bigot are on the same agenda. Divide, divide, divide. And by the only way they can divide is by racism. That's it. Racist remarks, racist commentary. You heard what that guy said. He don't care. He don't care what happens to the next man. You think a national live syndicate, world national broadcast will hire this clown? Haven't you not seen how many news anchors, sports anchors have been banned for their racist remarks? Those racist remarks, those words hurt. You cannot just have a platform to spew hatred. We've seen how many news anchors, how many artists, how many players have been banned or canceled for saying similar stuff. The hatred, the racism, spewing it on national TV. That needs to be stopped. People, like I said, you can't just jump on national TV because that's what YouTube is. You know, YouTube is worldwide. You can't just jump on YouTube and go off racist rants. That's unprofessional, unethical, and no professional as an NBC, ABC, ESPN would want a host with that type of mentality anywhere near their platforms. For what? For that guy can get the whole network canceled? No. If that is not racism, and you know, when he says, we don't care what happens, what the black man did to the white man in prison. These are his words. And we all know what happened to that white man in prison by the black man. And for somebody to say, who cares? Who cares? That's a bigot, a racist, in a channel that shouldn't even have a voice on YouTube. For what? To poison the minds of the youth? He's not bringing awareness, prevention. If anything, he's a problem to the world. That needs to stop. All that subliminal racism that needs to stop. And I noticed that there's a couple of channels that are associated with them. And I'm like, man, you got real deep racism in your heart. But what I noticed, a lot of these guys did time in prison. So a lot of them are still trying to live that prison politics out here in the free world. They're still trying to push prison politics. Their mentality is so fucked up. You know, I get that. I get that. You did a lot of time in prison. You know, you become who you become part of that environment. I get that. But once you step out into this free world, every other race is not your enemy. It might be in there, but it ain't out here like that in the free world. But they pick and choose. They pick and choose. You know, they like to pick and choose what they like to make content of. You know, but they don't like to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't like to hold themselves accountable for what they spew out there. It's like, you got to brush your teeth every morning, 2-3 times a day. I brush my teeth 2-3 times a day. I got golds in my mouth. They make my mouth smell like metal. I've had them over 20-something years. So you got to look at yourself every day in the mirror numerous times. And you got to look at that man and be like, man, are you proud of what you're looking at? Can you walk with your chest out, head high, proud? Can you do that? Knowing what you've been doing. Shit, I know I can, because I know where I came from. And I know the position I'm in life right now. I can do that. But I can't look at myself in the mirror for being a racist, protecting, promoting sexual deviancy. How could I? And then go look at my sons. If that ain't the definition of a coward, a parasite, a spineless, peon, pea brain, that, you know, that white stuff that accumulates on the side of your mouth, that scum that has no value. Man, and I've noticed a lot of things, man. You know, when you jump into something, you got to know the rules of the game, man. It's the same thing. It's like the streets. You got to know, hey, the possibilities. Hey, you playing with your life out here on the streets. There's going to be 3 fucking outcomes: death, prison, or the hospital. Those are the 3 outcomes when you're fucking with the streets: death, prison, hospital. What I mean, hospital, fuck, you can go crazy fucking with them streets. You could end up at a fucking mental hospital. I've seen it happen. So there's 3 outcomes to that street. I'm well aware of those. But I noticed that this YouTube ain't about that. This YouTube shit is about mind games. You see, I noticed that you can buy accounts with content already on them. And they don't cost that much. You can buy channels with content already. So a lot of these people that are commenting in the comments that have accounts, and you go in there and you see content on them, that is bot content. At this point, you can even buy a channel that has 100,000 subscribers and reorder their plaque. See, the thing is, this is the thing. What I've noticed that when big content creators receive 1,000 subscribers, 100,000, man, they're real quick to do a reveal. Hey, check out my button. Let's celebrate, YouTube. It wasn't possible without y'all. Y'all did this. Y'all are the subscribers. Y'all are the 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for my play button. Have y'all ever seen that guy do a video like that? Have y'all ever seen, out of all his videos that he got on there, has he ever showed off his play button up close and personal? Is there a video on there congratulating the audience for all the hard work? There ain't no motherfucking hard work. That's all bot. All bot views, all bot subscribers, all bot counts, and possibly a bot plaque. It's all based off deception. Deception, deception, deception. And that's what I realized. Fuck. These guys think they're genius. So you got to sit there, take a day off, and you got to scheme and plot. You got to scheme and plot. You got to think about the drawing board, the what ifs, the angles. There has to be a catch. Where's the loophole? You got to find the loophole. You got to think like a criminal. And you break them down, break it down, break it down. You see what I'm saying? No, there's more to that story, man. How come every content creator that receives their button, they do a review, they do a video thanking all their subscribers, Hey, thank y'all, man. Check it out. Check out my plaque. It says my name right here. But I know I seen that you can buy a YouTube channel that already has 100,000 subscribers and already has the plaque. You can buy that channel, and that channel and whatever content is on that channel belongs to you. Nah, man. You see, that's why sometimes I have to sit back and analyze the situation from every angle. You got to sit back and be like, okay, what's that guy's game plan? Okay, well, what is he so scared to lose? His channel, his image, his character. Well, fuck, you did that yourself. You racist. And you know, that's sad, man, because him having sons, I hope he's not polluting their minds with that racist stuff. That would be a sad. But I want to hold it past that racist. You know, because if he don't care about the next man's kid, I'm pretty sure I let the hatred go. He'll continue spewing it. Yeah, man. See, I figured that is play already. And you have to, what he's trying to do to me, I have to do it right back to him. I have to expose him for the racist and the bigot that he is. And once I chop up these videos of his meltdown, what else is there to say about him? It's just like the same thing about him and Mark. Y'all are self-admitted. Nobody's sticking your hand up their ass and making y'all talk. Y'all are just talking on yourself. You said, I don't care what the black man did to the white man in prison. Who cares? And then you hit the table. Who cares? Well, you know what? All them activists that are out there being activists to speak on that type of abuse, they care. The victims, the families, they care. People that don't want people to go through that type of stuff care. People that have heart care. People that are not racist and care what happens to the next man care. But apparently you hate if he's not black, you hate him. You said it yourself. You try to paint me as a bigot and a racist. I never said nothing racist. You, on the other hand, on your own platform, talking to yourself and your bunch of little school bus riders. Nobody was talking to you. You felt that and you expressed it. You're a racist and a bigot. I don't see no NBC. What's up, little country? What's going on, hometown? Yeah, man. They can't stop with that racist shit, man. And then they ask, yeah, Big Noonie does too, man. Be Humble does as well. They're the little short bus riders, man. You know, a lot of people try to live like we're in prison with this racism. That guy actually said, "Who cares what the black man does to the white man in prison?" Well, we all know what they go through. They get put in positions that nobody wants to be put in, but nobody cares. Horrific crimes get done to them that man and female will consider the worst of the worst being done to them. Being vulnerable, nothing to do. I mean, what can you do when 5, 6 dudes come at you? I mean, you probably be able to stick 1 or 2, but after that, what? You're gonna have to catch them 1 by 1. It's not. You have to be realistic. So for you to say somebody you don't care what happened to that man, that's kind of foul. Because when I see a wounded animal on the street, even an animal that's already been rent over, I feel some type of way because I couldn't help that animal. The other day, I seen a little dog get hit and he couldn't walk, man. So I picked him up and I took him to the vet office. Luckily, he was microchipped and he belonged to somebody else. So if I can imagine how I felt for an animal, I can imagine how I felt for a man hollering for help and pleading and not be able to do nothing because of the politics. I mean, fuck, we're human, man. I mean, how can you sit there and hear and plead, begging not to be done? I mean, fuck. If he brought it upon himself, then so be it. If he's a guy with funny charges and shit like that, hey, that is what it is. But if it's a guy for going in there for a fucking a misdemeanor, a year sentence, a 2-year sentence, and he gets fucked out for the rest of his life, now that's the fucked up shit right there, man. Like that dude Daniel Williams, a year sentence, hogged Dontaya and gang raped. Nobody gave a fuck about him. That ain't fucked up. That's some fucked up shit. Any way you want to look at it, man. If it would have been a black, Mexican, Asian, any way you look at it, that's foul. And then you got to think about all the mental torture that everybody else, you know, because not everybody else is involved in that stuff. You got a few people that are standing against the wall, but they got no choice but to stand against the wall and watch and observe and hear. The politics dictate that. But it also makes you feel some type of way. Just like watching a horror movie on TV. It makes you feel some type of way. It's like seeing a crime out here in the free world and not intervening because they're a wrong race. Or seeing a elderly black lady walk down the street and her getting purse snatched, but you don't want to intervene because you're living by the street politics. You're living by prison politics. That's not right. We're human. If I see somebody getting snatched and if I can intervene, hey, leave that poor lady a little alone, man. It's I don't know how these guys are able to have channels on YouTube. I don't get it. I thought this YouTube was to create and build and help guide. I mean, because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube, man. Because there's stuff that sometimes I don't know how to do, and YouTube is helpful. It guides you step by step on how to repair stuff, on how to research stuff. But we don't need it. We don't need no more hate from certain channels. For what? They're not helping anybody. If he's that hateful in the household, he's creating more hateful kids. It starts at the house. It starts at the house. My oldest kid, his best friend was a little guy named Denzel. And they grew up together, man. That guy would come to my house, eat, chill. He was a cool little guy. It starts at the house, man. It starts at the house. So I know you're not going to have no Mexican. You definitely ain't going to have no white little kid playing with your kids because you're a racist. But you see, you're a coward. That's the difference between somebody that has been in the trenches and tries to learn from their mistakes. See, a lot of people think that they got to worry about the illegals. Y'all ain't got to worry about the illegals. Deport the illegals. The ones y'all going to have to worry about are my kids, the kids of other kids that have learned from our mistakes that we are guiding to become lawyers, doctors, and politicians. Those are the ones they're going to have to worry about. Y'all don't have to worry about the illegals. Worry about the ones that are already here. The ones like myself that have learned from our mistakes, that are guiding our future seeds to be law-abiding citizens, members of contributors to society. Exactly, little country. That's facts, man. We're not, we adhere to these prison politics because that's the environment, man. But once we're out here in the free world, man, we don't have to adhere to that, man. We're all human. I don't get that, you know. But see, a lot of people that have never been in places or any kind of environment, streetwise, prison environment, structured environment, they have no morals or integrity or character. How are you going to spew and say, who cares what the next man did to the next man? Is that the mentality you showing your kids? Are you raising future racists? It's bad. You're right. You're right, Blue Blanco. Exactly, man. You know, I just wanted to do a little quick live. I'll be back here in a little bit. Later on tonight, we're gonna have a Word and Wise. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna be going. He's gonna bring his perspective and speak on how these bandits work. Y'all have a good one, man.